SpaceX Falcon 9 launches 5th GPS satellite for U.S. Space Force. SpaceX is busy launching satellites and prepping for interplanetary travel at the same time. But in this video, we will discuss the former rather than the latter. But before we continue with this video, I would request you to subscribe to our channel. Subscription is an excellent way of supporting our content, and we wholeheartedly appreciate all the help you send our way. So, a big thank you from all our generous supporters out there. Early in the month of January, SpaceX launched a Falcon 9 from Cape Canaveral, which was transporting a GPS navigation satellite. This GPS navigation satellite will replace an aging GPS satellite, which has been doing all the heavy lifting for the past 16 years. This is the same GPS, which was tasked to guide everything from military movements to civilian communications. The mission was carried out successfully when 2 of these new military satellites were sent into geosynchronous orbit. These satellites circle at a lower orbit at an altitude of about 12,500 miles from Earth. The Falcon 9 rocket, which is about 70 meters in height, reportedly took off from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station 10 minutes after sunrise. The launcher was able to generate about 1.7 million pounds of thrust and then headed over the Atlantic Ocean. But there was a slight delay in the takeoff of the Falcon 9 rocket. According to reports, the takeoff was delayed by 14 minutes due to an emergency maintenance issue discovered by the ground team. The technicians were able to resolve an issue which came up at the last moment on the GPS navigation satellites. During its takeoff, the Falcon 9 was able to push past the speed of sound in about a minute and then detached its booster after 2.5 minutes into the mission. The booster was found floating in the Atlantic Ocean after 8 minutes of the takeoff mission. These boosters, called B-1077, completed their second tour into space. Their first takeoff mission was in October of last year, in which a crew of 4 members were being transported to the International Space Station. These boosters will eventually return to Cape Canaveral for overhauling and maintenance so that they can be used in later missions. After the first stage boosters are detached, an upper stage engine takes over the job of propelling the spacecraft towards its destination. The second stage propulsion pushed the GPS satellite into an orbit ranging from 243 and 12,528 miles above Earth. The GPS satellite, GPS-3 SV06, was positioned between 55 degrees north and south latitude. The satellite, which was originally built by Lockheed Martin, could be seen flying without the rocket over the Pacific Ocean. The Space Systems Command was very happy with the way the satellite was launched. The entire procedure was described as very professional, with meticulously defined procedures. The GPS-3 SV06 is the 6th spacecraft in the latest generation of GPS-3 series satellite. The ascension to the medium Earth orbit will be completed in about 2 weeks under the able guidance of Lockheed Martin engineers. The satellite, codenamed Earhart after the aviation pioneer Amelia Earhart, would enter into a service a few months after the launch. The GPS-3 SV06, when fully fueled, weighed around 4,300 kilograms. The GPS-3 SV06 is designed to replace an older GPS satellite, SVN-52, that was launched around September 2006. Fascinatingly, the aging GPS system has already served for more than twice its life cycle. How do these GPS satellites work? These GPS satellites fly in 6 orbital groups, with 4 of them placed in each group. This makes it a total of 24 satellites, which are more than adequate to provide global coverage. Today, the GPS network has a total of 31 operational satellites, with 4 more GPS satellites ready to be deployed by the Space Force. These satellites have been named GPS-3, SV07 through SV10, are among the last spacecraft in Lockheed Martin's batch of GPS-3 satellites. It is important to note that the order of these satellites was first put in place by the Pentagon. It has been estimated that the first 8 of these GPS-3 satellites cost the Pentagon about $3.6 billion when the contract was finalized in 2008. The U.S. military put an additional order of 2 more satellites. The first of these completed satellites was launched in 2018, and the most recent one only was launched in June of 2021. Although we do not currently know the cost for the SV06 satellite, each of these satellites have been estimated to cost about $600 million. The new lineup of GPS-3 satellites will remain operational for about 15 years, which is a huge step up from the operational cycles of previous GPS satellites, which ranged between 7.5 years to about 12 years. Additionally, the new GPS satellite will provide better accuracy and ensure that the anti-jamming facilities are 8 times as good as they were in the previous models. The GPS-3 satellites will also include an L-band civilian signal, which can also work with other satellite networks, such as Europe's Galileo program. So, when are the next satellites scheduled to be launched? The next satellite in order, GPS-3 SV07, will be launched sometime in 2024 on a United Launch Vulcan rocket. This will be the first time when a national security payload will travel on a ULA's new Vulcan rocket. I hope you found this video informative. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Thank you for watching this video till the end. Stay safe and catch you in the next one.